Hello Joy, and welcome back to day 4 of Ruby's training videos. We wanted to keep it nice and easy since the day before was a very heavy training. From the start of training, Ruby was exhibiting a lot of the very simple puppy behaviors such as pulling on the leash or jumping. We have been applying a lot of leash walking exercises to help assist with that. As you can see from previous videos, we've been applying the same techniques with our figure 8 walking and our treats with the leash luring exercises. Ruby has really been progressing using both of those skills, and I can walk with her simply at the side with some loose leash walking and applying the treat luring, and that has been helping tremendously with her loose leash walking, her jumping, and the pulling on the leash. As you can see, Ruby is very easy to re-engage with a simple turn of the leash and treat. We have been trying to apply the simple leash walking exercises and try and mix in distractions as well, since Ruby is also going to potentially be around other dogs, be in vet offices, stores, shops, parks, or anything that you might want to do with Ruby in the future. We wanted to start working with Ruby since she has been excelling at her leash walking by throwing another dog, as you can see, into the mix. This is Luna, one of my personally trained Belgian Malinois who helps assist me in training with pair bonding other dogs. As you can see, Luna can heel and walk on the leash quite calmly and does not get bothered when dogs are verbally reactive to her or try to lunge on the leash. She is a very good teaching tool for Ruby since Ruby needs to learn how to not react and just be calm and collected. With Ruby, we are simply applying a lot of repetitive and consistent motions with our leash skills and trying to work with distance and distractions. With Ruby, we are trying to apply consistency and repetitive motions of applying our leash skills and trying to work with distance and distraction. We have her doing some exercises here where we have Luna sitting in the middle and having her walk calmly and slowly around and working on her leash skills by turning her right there and working on her engagement. We want to try and lower the excitement level at which she has when being exposed to dogs at such a close distance, or making sure that she can stay engaged with the handler and not be so overexcited that she can't be engaged with you. We want to start working on some of those sits like we were doing, but having a dog in the mix makes it a lot harder to try and keep her engaged. We've been working with a lot of Ruby's focus, and as you can see, she's been growing and building those skills since day 1 of her training. We're just working with some consistent motions as we are here with Luna by working with the heeling and leash walking right by her side so that we can apply some of those skills with Ruby's impulsiveness and her puppy excitement. All that we ask for is that Ruby maintains that sit until the handler releases her to do so. We want Ruby to understand that she might be excited or she might be feeling nervous or insecure, but we want her to show that confidence, and by having a good relationship with the handler, that we can make it a group confidence builder by having Ruby work through that excitement and the handler receiving good communication with the dog, and a good middle ground is found. Ruby might have some hiccups along the way, and that's okay. So as you can see here, she was doing okay and she got up completely fine. All I'm gonna do is just pull her back just a little bit, recircle her, and try that sit again. We can have little hiccups along the way, but all we need to do is just try to find ways to find middle ground, as I was saying. So if she's a little excited, we can acknowledge that she's excited, but we're still gonna ask for that sit. We don't want Ruby to understand that she can get up anytime that she wants. So for moments when it's really gonna be needed, like the vet office, that she remains sat. Ruby was doing really good with just holding a nice quiet sit, even with distractions of a father and daughter coming by at the playground. I want Ruby to understand that there are going to be so many different types of distractions that can be so exciting, and that's okay. What we want to show her is by staying engaged with the handler, she can still receive those things and get to those places she wants to, but she has to be calm. For moments of safety or where space is not as available, we need to have Ruby in a very close sitting right next to us. And sometimes that is the best thing for her, is to be right next to mom, even if she may not want to. Sometimes we need Ruby to be nice and calm, and it might cause any other dogs to be more excited, and it could get Ruby hurt in the end. So sometimes there are situations necessary for dogs to be this close to one another, and Ruby can still remain calm. It's very awesome that Ruby can still maintain being this calm at a park with kids, with cars, with people, and so many other noises and distractions, and she is still able to be calm and confident and the best looking dog in the entire place. I wanted to finish off by just doing the same little sits that we did in our previous video at UH, with just doing some pair bonding with some sits next to one another before heading to the park. After we went to the park, I wanted to kind of tone things down just a little bit, just because Ruby pushed herself really hard with all the distractions and things previously. So we wanted to just allow her some time to sniff in the grass, but also work on her recall, name game, and just loose leash walking. We can allow her to be on a long leash like this, but if she isn't responding or isn't engaging, then we need to dial it back. I wanted to get Ruby into some little introductions to agility by taking her on the playground. Ruby is definitely still in the beginning stages of conquering her fears on some things, like climbing this playground, for example. These are really good introductions to confidence building, little skills you can do to have her problem solve, or just do some little simple games to try and build up maybe to agility one day. Ruby is very smart and very eager to please, and I wanted to challenge her for a big day. I knew Ruby could definitely conquer her fears, and so like the pair bonding we were previously talking about, I wanted to bring in Luna to see if that was going to have any impact with her trying to achieve her goals. The reason why pair bonding is so beneficial is for moments just like this one. Like I said previously, with dogs who are insecure, anxious, or need a little bit of leadership, sometimes following a member of their own pack gives them a boost of confidence that a person might not be able to provide in the moment. For Ruby, she is a very trusting dog, and so she follows a lot of guidance no matter who is giving it. So that's why we wanted to use Luna. We wanted to run through these confidence building skills again, and so we had Luna do some mimicry, starting to show an activity that she could try and partake in. So Ruby took on up there and she followed Luna. She sees her as a mentor, as a guide, and you can use that for your advantage if Ruby ever has some friends in the future. She loves dogs for sure, and she definitely loves getting to do new things. She's a very curious dog, and she thrives very well on being challenged because Ruby, she can do it, and she loves trying to challenge herself, and that can always be a skill that you can try and do in the future, is do agility, confidence building skills, any games that you guys might be able to do together, and that will definitely help Ruby gain confidence and build your connection together. I was so proud of our last session and so excited to end day 4.